Welcome to Gaming Rarities. I'm Dan. Thank you so much for clicking and for watching. I hope you're doing okay. And today we have another episode of the PS3 Steelbook Saga. So in case you're new around here, on this series I'm going for a full complete set of every single PS3 Steelbook released in the PAL region, plus some other cool ones maybe from America and Japan if we like the look of them. And today's episode is an absolute bumper episode. I think there's about 12 additions to be added to the shelves today. Gonna have to take some of the normal games off to make room, but we can do that. And the last one that I'm going to show you today is without doubt the rarest one in the set that I know of. I mean, there might be rarer that I've just never heard of yet, but in my research, and when I tell you what you had to do to get hold of this last one is insane. The fact that I own it is absolutely wild, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And before we get into anything, I just want to draw your attention to the description down below. Down there you'll find a playlist for this series, for the other series I do, like the PS2 cardboard collection, the CEX Rarities reviews, and there's about 180, 190 odd CEX roulettes from the shorts, all down below in the description. So I have done a bit of traveling since the last episode I made of this, and I did manage to pick up 2 Steelbooks whilst out in the wild that I actually needed. So that is a massive win for me. Both of them from CEXs actually. The first one is going to be Devil May Cry 4. Now this collector's edition I picked up in the Rugby CEX. Rugby is the best CEX I've ever been to. 10 out of 10 rated, top rated on the CEX Rarities reviews. Make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it. It's definitely worth a visit just for the staff experience alone. They're top notch in there every time. This is in excellent condition with the sleeve, fully complete, no complaints at all. Excellent shape. Cost me £15 though at CEX. They have it priced up as the collector's edition, I think, or limited edition. So it's not cheap, it's not the same price as the normal game, but £15 is fine, and it's in excellent shape. So another one to cross off the list. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, last week's video would have been the video where I went to Doorway to Darkness, and inside Doorway to Darkness, they had this Steelbook, but they had it priced at £30. Now, I looked when I was in there just to see if CEX had it or had it listed, and they had it listed as the Steelbook edition for £18, and it just happened to be at one of the CEX stores I'd planned to visit whilst on that trip, not too far away from Doorway to Darkness. So I didn't get it from there, and I went to Crystal Peaks CEX, which will be in a future CEX Rarities review. I'm planning to do a kind of Yorkshire special CEX Rarities review from that trip. We'll have 4 or 5 stores in it, plus Sore Thumbs as well. I did visit that shop as well in York, so that'll be coming up, so stay tuned if you want to see that. But yeah, this Steelbook I picked up, and it is Call of Duty World at War. And as you see, and it cost me £18, priced up as the Steelbook edition in CEX. And it is not in the best shape, but they didn't have many in stock in CEX across all the CEXs, maybe like 5. And for £18, £12, nearly half price compared to what it was in Doorway to Darkness, I thought, do you know what, I'm here, I need it, I'll pick it up. The spine is okay. Just a bit of flex off the paint there, which I can handle if it's not too bad. Doesn't have a sleeve either, this one. It doesn't come with one. It's got the spine already. So that's fine by me. I'm okay with it. And this will be part of the collection from now on. A little bonus edition, not Steelbook, but just cardboard related for the PS3 is this rare Resistance double pack I managed to get. I did a swap. It'll be in the shorts if you want to see who I got it from. But yeah, Resistance Fallen Man and Resistance 2. Not one you see too often. I often see the Uncharted one is the popular one. And then there is quite a few of these released on the continent that you just never see. So definitely will be wanting to pick more of these up. I haven't got the Uncharted one yet, but I will grab that now. I've got this one. Definitely a collection, a set that I want to get all of. So not a Steelbook, but a pretty cool edition all the same. So now we're moving on to about 9 or 10 parcels to open. Some crazy Steelbooks coming up. I've been writing on them. I can see at this side what's in them to remind me of what it is. And what's coming up is insane. Some of these insane, absolutely crazy that I've picked up recently. There's a massive pile here. There's a CEX roulette. There's all sorts. But we're going to start off with one of the more common ones that I grabbed just purely because I didn't have it. I have zero recollection on the price, but I will put that up once I've opened it because I can do that. But yeah, this one was from Vinted, and this is Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway. And as you're seeing, this one is in excellent condition. One of the main reasons I picked it up from Vinted. The price I'll put on the screen now. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been overly expensive, as this is quite a common PS3 Steelbook. I see it quite often. I've seen it in CEX stores for the normal price before, so very cheap, but it's always absolutely battered. But this one is in near perfect condition, no real marks on it at all. Front looks great. Spine, which we all know I like, will display lovely on the shelf. So a very welcome addition. Rare that you find this one in this good condition, so very, very happy with this. Apologies, I just looked at the pile and the bottom two are actually PS2 cardboard that I hadn't opened, so there is only about 6 or 7 more to open, but they are all extremely cool ones. There's a CX roulette coming, lots of good stuff. This one is a very obscure one, and that came up, can't remember, I think it was eBay. I'll put the prices up as usual shortly. Excellently packaged. Oh yeah, this looks great. This is Prince of Persia, The Forgotten Sands. Now, apart from a small dent at the top, at the back, which could have been in transit when they just throw them in one of them envelopes, anything can happen. But overall, this is in near perfect condition. Great condition all round. Sleeves intact. As you can see, inside we have got 3 lithographs and a bonus DVD, so it's a fully complete collector's edition, as they call it. Yeah, really, really chuffed with this one. Not one you see very often. I seem to remember that it's also quite rare on the Xbox as well. I do already own that one as well, actually. Just seeing as I'm looking at it, there is a small dent in the bottom there as well. I wish people would put these in boxes, but beggars can't be choosers. This is from eBay, as I said. Prices on the screen right now, but just not one you see very often at all. Prince of Persia games, I've not played many of these. I think I've just had a couple of goes on the PS2 ones before, but yeah. Is this worth playing? Let me know. Very, very happy to add it to the collection. Next up, a CEX roulette, and not one I can return because this has been on my desk for a little while now. I'm just going to go in at the side, and this is a Steelbook that's more like a tin, and it's another one that's going to be too big for my shelf. So I don't know where I'm going to put this one. See if you can guess what it is. If I tell you that it comes with, or should come with, a pen, if I remember rightly. Now there are 2 that I need that I know that come with a pen, so even if you are guessing, you may have guessed the wrong one. Both of which will be too big for the shelf as well, but in different dimensions. One will be too tall for the shelf, one will be too wide for the shelf. This is the one that will be too tall, so that should give it away if you know your PS3 Steelbooks. We're going in from the side. So nearly there. Hoping it for good condition. Looks okay, just about. This is the Bourne Conspiracy Classified Edition. Now, no invoice in the parcel from CEX that I can see, so I'll put the price on the screen as well. But this is the Bourne Conspiracy. As I said, a larger tin, but does have a nice spine, which I do enjoy. Big fan of a spine that says PS3 on it and the game, so that's a big win for me. Condition is okay, a little bit rough around some of the edges, but overall it's fine. It's English, it's all good. Inside we have the pen that I mentioned, plus a little dossier of documents there with some art book and with an art book and some DLC that be well out of date by now. But yeah, not one you see too often for the PS3. I've seen it a lot more often for the Xbox 360, but for the PS3, not so much. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was the only one that CEX had at the time when I bought it. So obviously quite hard to find. Happy to be adding it, but where am I going to put it? And we're getting to the much more obscure ones now. I haven't got many more common ones to find, really. In fact, the next episode of this, I'm opening my whole back catalogue here of parcels, so what's coming next time, I don't even know. I don't even think I've got any on the way, so I'm going to have to start looking a lot harder to find these ones that I need. But this one is from eBay, and it's a strange one again. This one is PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Now, this one was an eBay purchase. I'll put the price on the screen now, but as you're seeing, it's a little bit rough around the edges, and it's the same both sides, front and back, which is quite strange. It does have the name of the game on the spine. I don't know where this one came from. I think it might have been sold with the game as kind of like a double pack type thing. I'm unsure if the game's even in this one. I'll have to open it up and check. You'll be seeing it, but I'm keeping it in the wrapper for now. But yeah, it's a strange one to have. It's weird that it's got just literally a copy and paste front and back. Bit lazy from the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale team there. Could have put some different images on the back. But yeah, not one you see very often. Normally has quite a high price. Again, I'm not sure how popular this game was at the time. Battle Royales back then weren't the rage that they are right now, or in the past few years. So yeah, just a bit of an oddity, this one. Not one you see too often. Happy to be adding it to the collection. Next up, we have a Vinted purchase again, and this one I think is part of the collector's edition, maybe. Not one you see on its own very often. But this is Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix, or HD 2.5 Remix, should I say. And look at the state of this. That is some beautiful artwork featuring some of the main characters from, of course, Disney and Final Fantasy. Lovely spine as well. And it is in perfect condition. Yeah, not a mark on this steelbook. Beautiful, beautiful specimen. Inside, we've got HD 1.5 Remix and HD 2.5 Remix, plus a manual that says Collector's Edition on it, which makes me think it was definitely part of the Collector's Edition. But yeah, not one you see out and about on its own very often, part of the Collector's Edition. Another one that is very, very expensive. I can't remember what I paid. We'll put the price up now from Vinted. Don't know if I got a good deal or not. You have to let me know. Can't remember what I paid for it. As I said, all these parcels just pile up on my desk and I don't remember. But you'll be seeing it, so you can tell me whether I got a good deal or not. I'm pretty sure it must be, because I'm very tight when it comes to this type of thing. So if it's not too cheap or cheaper than the market value, I tend not to bother. So yeah, what do we think? Very, very nice steelbook. Maybe a new contender for my personal favorite in the collection so far. Love this one. So now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, really obscure stuff here. But this next one is one that I've already opened that came from eBay. I'll tell you why when I talk to you about it in a second. But this is The Last of Us. Now, this steelbook was never released here in the UK or Europe, in fact. I'm pretty sure this is, well, it says it's the English and Chinese version. Is it a Malaysian exclusive? Or I can't remember. I'll put where it's from. Exactly. I'm pretty sure they got either the same or very similar steelbook over in America for this one. But this version seems to hold quite a high price, and it doesn't pop up that often on eBay. So the reason I opened this one, the story as to what happened was I paid for it. I think it was like £55, which is not a bad price for this. Described as very good. So the guy who I bought it from, I had a friend request on Facebook, which I didn't do anything with, but then the guy messaged me on Facebook, said, "Hey, did you just buy The Last of Us steelbook?" This is like the next day. So I said, yeah. And he said, "Oh, I'm having a problem with my PayPal. I might have to do the money a different way." And there's me thinking, oh, this is a scam, definitely. You know, I was like, just cancel the order, mate. No worries. No way I'm getting caught out with something like that. Why would you not just message me through eBay? Yeah, just looked very, very dodgy. And I said, just cancel it, mate. He kind of thumbs up the message. Then the next day, he sent me another message saying, oh, I've got the PayPal sorted now. We'll post it tomorrow. Very, very strange way of doing things. So alarm bells immediately ringing. Didn't like the way it was going. So then the parcel did arrive. And as you can see, it did have the right thing in it. But on inspection, as you'll be seeing now, condition-wise, not the best. So this was described as very good. There was no real pictures of it, just kind of a long-distance front and back image on the listing. For paying £55, I know it's still a good price for this, but it's quite a lot of money for a steelbook. So I want, you know, when it's described as very good, I'm expecting very good. And there's a big dent in the back here, as you'll be seeing, it's kind of pushed in. The spine has a kind of tear in it when you open it, and there's a couple of little dents on the front here as well. So yeah, not very good condition in my opinion, especially that rip when you open the steelbook up in the actual metal there. That's not very good. I'm sure we can all agree. So I sent him a message through eBay this time, of course, saying, sent him the pictures, said that this isn't very good. I'm going to return it, because I'm not interested in that bad condition for that price. he offered me a £20 refund, partial refund, for me to keep it. So this has only cost me £35 now because I accepted that. Seems fair for the condition, I guess. £35, I can handle that. I mean, still not overly chuffed, but in positive news, the spine is great. It'll display okay on the shelf. It's got the sleeve. The sleeve is fine. So yeah, I'm okay with it, and it is a very, very hard one to find. So for a little bit of grief and not the best condition, can I handle that? Yes, I can. It's going on the shelf. Moving to Australia for this next one. I didn't get it from Australia. No, it came from eBay, and I'm pretty sure it was a great price. Somebody actually messaged me and told me this one was on eBay for a cheap price, and it is an Australian exclusive, so I did grab it. Thank you to you who let me know that this was. And in future, any of you watching this, if you see something, you see the collection at the start and the end of the videos, if you don't see one that I've got on there and you see it pop up somewhere, I do have alerts on eBay and Vinted and things like that, but if you see it and you think it's odd or unique or rare or I don't own it, please let me know, because I need to find them all, and it's going to take me a long time and a lot of searching, and I do miss things, so yeah, please let me know. But this one, Australian exclusive, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, as you're seeing, not in incredible condition. I think I can clean a lot of it up though. A lot of it seems to be kind of just dirt in general, or kind of sticker residue. There are a few scratches on it, but I can handle that. The spine is okay, as we all know I love it. It is a G1 size Steelbook, so the kind of Xbox 360 size compared to the PS3 Blu-ray size, the G2, so a bit larger, but I have the bottom shelf for Steelbooks like this one. Looking inside it, correct me if I'm wrong, but Sonic Generations is a different game, right? I'm pretty sure it's a completely different game, so I don't know why that's in there. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. It's also got some Sonic Generations DLC in there, but the disc is correct for the right game, which is just Sonic the Hedgehog, the kind of re-release for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Not overly popular, if I remember rightly, with players. Didn't go down too well. But yeah, not one I've ever played. But as I said, this one is Australian only. I did see this actually in last week's video, Doorway to Darkness. They had the 360 version in there, or just the Steelbook maybe. I think it was kind of £30, £40 on its own. I can't remember what I paid for this. We'll put the price up now. But thank you to whoever told me it was there. I'll try and put your name up now as well, so you get a shout out. Big apologies that I can't remember right now. But thank you. And to everyone else, please do let me know if you see anything. This one is going on the shelf. So the penultimate one today, before we get to that absolutely crazy rarity, the last one. This one I got from eBay recently, only a couple of days ago this landed, so I kind of remember this one. When it came up as a search alert on eBay, and I had never seen it before for the PS3. When I did a search on eBay for it, there was no others for the PS3. There was one other for the Nintendo Wii, or Wii U, should I say, and that had a massive sold price, and I think it was just the Steelbook only. So I saw this, and the price it was, I bought it straight away after seeing that sold price, because, you know, worst come to worst, if I ever came to, well, I'm not going to sell it, but the worst comes to worst, I could just put the Wii U, cheap Wii U game in and sell it as the Wii U version, if that's the one that's worth all the money, you know. But it was released on the PS3. This has the PS3 game in it. Must have been part of that, the PS3 Steelbook set, right? And this is Rayman Legends. So as I said, this was also the Wii U Steelbook, so it's the same size as the previous one, a G1, larger style box compared to a PS3 Blu-ray box. Condition-wise, a couple of scratches on there, a couple of minor dents, but it's okay overall. Spine has the name of the game, but not PS3 on there, but I can handle it as long as it says what it is. That's fine. Inside, we have the manual and the disc. But yeah, a very, very obscure one. When you search on eBay and you see no others and no solds in the PS3 department for a Steelbook, you know it's got to be rare. Obviously, you only get, I think, 3 months, 90 days of solds on eBay when you look back. So if none have sold and none are currently listed in all that time, got to be pretty obscure. I'm happy with it though. Looks good. The price I paid, I know it was a good deal. So very, very happy with that. Yeah, massive win this one. But let's go on to the rarest PS3 Steelbook that exists, I think. So this absolute rarity, I got it from Ibs. So firstly, thank you to him. He's the Steelbook and Cardboard King that I met when I went to Vintage Gamer a few months ago now. Great guy. So traded me some insane things. We did a big trade, and this was part of it. So this Steelbook, when I got home and looked at it and read about it, tried to do some research, this turns out that this was only available as a pre-order bonus in a certain shop in New Zealand. So that is the only place that this Steelbook, or tin, should I say, was released. Nowhere else in the world had this. It's very, very unique, very much a rarity, something that, as we all know, I love. An essential part of this collection because, yeah, I can't see many others having this who collect PS3 because it is that obscure. Obviously none on eBay, obviously no solds anywhere. I found a post of somebody asking for it in the kind of mid 2010s on some random obscure website, and the comment underneath was like, yeah, you've got no chance of finding that. That's how obscure this one is. So here we have Killzone 2. Now, I believe it was the last episode of this where I said I have all the Killzones now on Steelbook because I have the first one for the PS2 and Killzone 2 and 3 for the PS3, but I did not know about this one. This exclusive tin, as I said, is in perfect condition. No real marks in it at all. Couple of, well, I say perfect, there's a couple of very minor dings, but nothing I can be concerned about. Artwork on the back. This is a raised front, by the way, as you're seeing on the inside of the tin. No game, but I can quite easily find a copy of the game to slip in there. G2 size, so will go on the shelf. Doesn't have the game on the spine, but does have the PlayStation 3 on the spine, so that's okay. And I will probably like to have this forward facing if I can, because it is so rare and extremely cool. And without doubt, one of the crowning jewels of this collection. That is insane. Big thanks to Ibs for trading me this one. Never seen it before. Have you ever even heard of this? I know a lot of the guys that watch this are PS3 aficionados. I speak to a lot of people who comment and get in touch personally, and big PS3 fans. Have any of you ever seen this one before? Please let me know. Incredible. So including that tin, that makes it a whopping 11 editions this time on the PS3 Steelbook Saga. Let's put them on the shelf. And that's it for this time on the PS3 Steelbook Saga. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.